right?
Yeah.
So she's like, look, I did a couple of things back in the day, and infidelity was on the table. She was, laying it bare.
Yeah.
And she talked about doing this simply because she felt she was entitled to do it because she was making all the bread. Yani niye ananunua pasi
na chapati.
Na chapati na
Like,
githeri na
I
gas.
own the
Na githeri na
iron
gas,
box. All
yes.
of them. I own the iron box that we make the chapati with. I own you. So I can cheat on you. But this is what was so controversial. Everyone was looking at her as the sweetheart of Hollywood.
Yes.
Gabrielle Union was perfect.
Yeah.
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union. You need a black girl that's almost like a white girl.
Almost like a white girl.
I know. And even
Gabrielle.
our directories in Kenya
Yes.
copied her face. And there's a time our directories had Gabrielle Union as a customer service
She had the
agent.
perfect eyebrows.
The perfect everything, perfect skin.
Remember her
She
in the
didn't speak,
in the
you know.
Busta Rhymes music video?
Oh, yeah.
I love my baby.
Yes.
I love my chick.
Oh.
And then she hasn't aged a day
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, the money. But then again, if this was a powerful man, would we still be having this conversation?
No way.
absolutely not.
No
Do you
way.
think there's a double standard?
Yes,
Fam,
for
let me
sure.
tell you.
Why? Why do you say this?
Because now the men out here, the men, I don't mean David, another good man.
Oh,
Yes.
I
thank
mean
you.
the men
Yes.
will now come and say, Sasa unaona, so if it's turned around, then even us when we cheat, you should be okay with it because we are bringing in
Yeah.
the bread. So that is a conversation that is going to run. And I can't believe, maybe I'm saying this on radio, but sometimes they will feel emasculated, the men, especially if you're the female, maybe earning more, not even just earning the bread,
Yeah.
just earning a little bit
Yeah.
more bread than them.
Yeah.
So imagine now the mindset of that man, where on top of you earning the bread and making me feel emasculated because I'm not the provider, I'm
Right.
not best to do what, now you've cheated on me
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he will hear, I work for, when they are maybe, finding another partner. Oh, I
Right.
work for a living. Cut, goodbye, next. Because now he has, drama and,
Yeah.
and
And
trauma,
trauma.
from back here.
Yeah.
So it should be the same. I mean, cheating is cheating. It's wrong in all forms. But now it'll sound, now she thought she was the one. She thought she was the Hollywood it girl.
Yeah.
So she did that,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be that way. It should just be, she's not a good human. She cheated.
Yeah.
That's it. There should be no
Guy
other,
or girl.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You did a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because
That's
people
it.
do this all the time, and I don't want to minimize the damage, children involved,
Yeah.
and all the scandals. But obviously, in Hollywood, they don't care about
Yeah,
their
yeah,
reputation.
man.
Absolutely.
It's almost like they talk about this like it's
So
a
by the
handshake.
way,
So I thought to myself, how many times the focus on her work was taken away,
Yeah.
and it now focused on, oh my gosh, Gabrielle Union cheated.
yeah.
And I like what you said. Cheating is wrong, guy or girl.
Yeah.
But why is it that because it's a woman and she said this, chances are many people are thinking this, but
Yeah.
they never say it the way she
Yeah.
did.
Because for very many men, the idea of a woman was always to sit pretty and be subservient. And so any inkling of expressing authority in any way, and for some men, cheating is a form of authority.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a,
Yes.
it's a form of authority. It's exerting your authority, saying I can do this. Women were never seen as that. They're like your work is to be subservient. I come home, you do this for me. And so that's riling up some people. But this is facts, right? Men have been doing it. They'd have no need to go and say, if I have money, I will. It has
They
been
will
happening.
nonetheless. Yeah.
Even for some people, it is expected when you're a certain caliber in your money and your influence. Some men will look at you like, "Ukona dem moja peke, ni bana wewe."
As a
Bana
power
wewe,
man.
oh, wow.
You know.
I get
True.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for
Money,
me,
power, respect.
yeah,
Then you
that's
can
the
get
key to
into the
life,
scandals.
Um,
I'm looking at Gabrielle Union right now, and now she's a mother. She's married to
Yeah.
Dwayne. They're doing well, and all that stuff. Do you think it has tainted her reputation? Because with men, it's like, ooh, sex symbol. Oh, he has many women now.
Yeah.
For Gabrielle Union, as a woman, saying that, look, in my past,
I did.
I've been
this.
around.
Yeah.
And why I had money
Yeah.
to do it. First of all, for everyone who's listening, we're not endorsing this thing. And yes, you need money to do the things that they do.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's a stain on her career?
I don't think so at all. I do not think so at all. First of all, that family has enough drama already.
First, I'm like, why are they focusing on this?
Like they have enough on their plate already. I don't think that something that happened with her first husband is going to make people look at them differently. They fight too many battles already to have this as a key battle for them. Number two, she already has her flowers.
Yeah.
We spoke about all the stuff that Gabrielle Union has done. There's so many men who have great resumes and have done horrible things, and they're still being celebrated today.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union, it's just a drop in the water. And right now, even in that podcast, she said, you know what? I used to think that way. Right now, she has a happy family. You can clearly see that things have changed. I don't think it'll do anything. If it does anything, I think that's a hater. Yeah.
That's true.
And I like the power dynamic of where money comes in. People like to ignore that money is not a factor. But it is a huge factor when it comes to the success of a relationship. And of course, what men perceive as power, as control, has a lot to do with money. So sometimes some women who are raised by powerful men, men that were able, fathers that handled it, if you fall in love with a man that is not as all-rounded in that sense, financially stable, capable, you have to respect him first to love him, and to love him and respect him is to see him bigger than you. Then it's a challenge to love a man like Chris Howard, according to her, because she was like, it was a dysfunctional marriage from the start, where okay, the way this man is, it's not like a man that I know. A man should not be like this. So now she starts to take up the role of a man, and sometimes in those spaces there are things that are not meant to be a certain way, and in that order the public reacts and says, a woman is not meant to be, and not just about infidelity, but many other areas where a woman is strong-willed. She's a decision maker. She's taking charge. And I don't know if men see this as a threat, because we've heard of men who directly say, I don't want a woman that makes more than me. I don't. I don't want it.
I've heard of men who say those things. And here's the interesting thing about it. If somebody else adding light into your life is an affront on you, then consider yourself darkness. Because light multiplies light, right? So if somebody is coming in with a light and you are feeling like it is a problem, then you've been in darkness. And that's something that for me, I tend to even just speak with the brothers about. I'm like, the glory of a man is his woman succeeding in every way possible. That's something can be like, you know what, I'm happy, I'm proud. She's doing her thing. She's stepping into her light. She's exuding her power, and she's being exemplary. Anything less than that is you actually putting that person down, and that's not love, and it takes a lot of unlearning to consider that, because you gave great context. You said some people have never seen that in their life. Some men have never seen that, and so it takes a lot of unlearning to realize two people who are coming together to be together, they need to empower one another. I'm
so glad I came to your TED Talk, David. It sounds great, but then with exuding power, then she cheats because now she's powerful and she's got money. That's where,
and that's a human problem, not a woman problem.
That's where the assumption of what a powerful woman can be. And I get the banter and the pop culture jumping on this and using Gabrielle Union as, at least not to talk about her children, to talk about something else around her. I just hate that it discredits women that are genuinely powerful and that can actually submit to a man that they love, regardless of social status. So when she said this, I think part of the buzz is that she doesn't represent all women that are go-getters. Oh, sorry, let me say glow-getters. You look great, by the way.
Oh my God.
So the glow-getters, they get their bread, they look good, they're all these things, they're successful. It doesn't always mean that that's what's going to happen. So her statement with her position in society kind of took away from people who are actually, one, feeling you are not what I consider, a representation of all women. And also for the men, we want you to hear us out. Not all women think like that. Or it does not mean that automatically because she's powerful and successful and she makes more than you, that this will happen. Because she kind of said it like she's proud of it. So, I'm just thinking to myself, I think it's a teachable moment. There's little things you can get out of these Hollywood things. And you're like, well, how many men are listening to Gabrielle and thinking, well, okay. So that means, if I fall in love with a woman like this is what's going to happen. No, it doesn't mean that.
I love that.
It's one of those studies. crazy.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when two human beings come together and say, yo, we're going to ride with each other, fam, it doesn't matter if the brother loses his job.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if the brother loses his friends. You guys have something deeper that you guys are building together. Resonate with that. And vice versa. If the chick is one of those who you saw her for being in high light, high flying and everything, and all of a sudden she's like, by the way, you know what, I want to stay home for a while and take care of the kids, you know, and you start seeing her differently because you met her when she was a CEO. You met her when she was all these type of things. Now you start seeing her differently. Nah, people change, you know. Embrace the good changes in people. Build on the good changes in people and invest in the good changes in people. That's what builds good relationships.
For sure.
Wonderful.
And I'm glad he talked about that because I'd like to think, how did Gabrielle find Howard? You know, what were their meeting? You know,
he was an NFL
points,
player.
You see, and so in her mind, maybe she had a different
expectation,
an idea of him, and now that resentment of maybe the situation's changing, that's what led to probably even had nothing to do with the money. She just thought, I don't think you're the leader of this team anymore, and so I will go and channel my resentment.
This is
elsewhere.
crazy because many people think this, but they don't say it. Many people think this,
She's
but they don't
bold
say
for
it.
saying it.
She's bold for saying it. However, it's important to also not look at this experience as everyone's experience, or it's a cut and paste for generally all women. Gabrielle, all men. This is your doom.
You know,
just like Chris Howard, and it's crazy how people evolve, relationships evolve. I think she probably had a little remorse, also admitting that there was a little bit of dysfunction.
She did.
So I think it's something for us to pick on and not glamorize cheating all the time. The more people talk about it, and I hate it. I hate the way they make it sound like cheating and what. These things are traumatizing. These